The Thousandaire Radio Show. Hit that like button right away, would you? And let's get started. All right, we got another tie for first. Tommy Parker and Jay Barr. Congratulations, Tommy. I think this is your first, if I'm correct. So let me be the first to welcome you to the 2024 illustrious first class of Thousandaires. It's pretty exclusive. The gatekeepers usually don't let many people by. As you can see, I broke out my box of notes today. If you're already familiar with the channel, you know that one of the things I like to do is keep some cash. And it's not always an easy thing to do. And there are many ways that I do it. Yes, my cash is even diversified. And one of those ways of keeping cash around is I like to save interesting debt notes. You may know them as promissory notes. I mean, a promise is debt, really. Or perhaps you know them as filthy fiat. Or maybe you're really at the top of your class and you know them as petrodollars. You do know that the cash that you use is petrodollars, right? All right, just in case you don't, I'll tell you what it is real quick. It's just US dollars, not backed by gold or silver like they have been since the founding of our country, but instead are backed by compliance from oil-rich countries, Middle Eastern, mostly, I think, in conjunction with the might of the U.S. military. This is what our dollar has been since roughly 1973. So what's a nice analogy how this works? Let me see if I can conjure up something. So imagine the oil-rich nations. And now let's imagine that they are a giant carnival. A big carnival made of separate nations, or vendors, if you would. If you've been to a carnival, you may have noticed that the vendors do not accept cash, they take tickets. So if you want a delicious bright red candy apple, or perhaps you would like to win your sweetheart a giant stuffed prize by throwing rings on bottle tops, or maybe you just like to take a spin on some bumper cars, you would not do this with cash. You would need to look for the ticket price of each one of these goods or services the vendors provide. This is how the carnival organizers collect payment from the vendors. The ticket system both ensures payment and keeps track of sales all at the same time. The occasional vendor may try to circumvent this process, but if they're caught, they may not be invited to attend the carnival next year, to say the least. And what about unused or hoarded tickets? How does the carnival extract the value of those? They could just simply devalue the tickets for next year. Instead of 8 tickets for a candy apple, it will be 16 next year, in case you wanted to hold yours and spend them then. I think that's a pretty good analogy. I mean, I just thought of it. By all means, let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I'm sure I may have missed something, or maybe you can add to it. I just want to put this money thing or cash thing into simple terms. It always seems like financial stuff is overcomplicated. I think they do this on purpose to frustrate the average person, and then they go right back into cognitive dissonance. They're like, forget about it. Yeah, so I guess in a nutshell, that's how these are worth something. We basically tokenize other people's natural resources to ultimately pay us for our security services. I don't even know if I should say we, because this same ticket system is used on us. The goods, services, and labor that we provide get tokenized, and the value gets siphoned away from us as well, not even through the form of official taxation. Yeah, remember the candy apple? It's 16 tickets now instead of 8. The tickets were devalued while you were holding them. Hopefully your job gave you a raise and now pays you more tickets per hour, or for your salary or commissions, so that you can keep up with the rising cost of delicious red candy apples. Or the cost of petrol for your bumper car. Kind of makes you wonder about that Wizard of Oz behind the curtain at the Federal Reserve, huh? So why am I fishing through all of my debt notes today? Well, I got pretty sick and I've been out of work for almost a week now. So some of this cash will be going to pay my bills. Not these cool little head notes, but the hundreds and the 50s you saw earlier. I'll be a bit sad to see my surplus reduced, but I did get a second job and I will be returning to that one as well. So I should be able to play catch up quite nicely. And I also should not have to use any of my $100 bills I've been saving for my centenario in June. So all in all, I'm still on track. This weekend was week 45, buying an old silver dollar every week. So I'll be taking a drive to the local coin shop today for that. And I think I'll be picking up a nice one. I think so. Hey, you did hit that like button, right? It was very meticulous and quite a pain to make this counter go to the sound of Sonic the Hedgehog gold rings. Yeah, I just added a couple hours of work onto the video. I'm looking forward to going back to work. I've been stir crazy in my home. I've been cleaning and organizing for days. I love throwing things away. The bigger, the better. You can just feel the air quality in your home change. All right, this is gonna be a pain, but I just can't help myself. What's the spot price of silver right now? $24.86. So we'll do $24.50. Yeah, it starts adding up pretty quick. I don't think 40 ounces of silver quite makes you 1,000 there, but I'm pretty sure it's close. I think after this, I'll do the counter for the gold coins. All right, so 20 ounces of silver is about 500 bucks. So we got almost $1,000 here. But you know, it's always changing. Oh, if you find yourself enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button. I'm pretty much here every day. So you hit that button and I'll show up in your feed. Let's see how fast these gold coins add up. Oh yeah, it's no comparison. At first I got the counter wrong. I assumed they were 1 ounce gold coins, but they contain 1.2 troy ounces each. Yeah, I have a nice little Monarch 3 ounce silver bar, and I was holding this last night, and I was holding on to these gold coins, and I was like, why is 3 ounces of gold heavier than the 3 ounce silver? For some reason, I keep forgetting there's an extra 1/5 of an ounce of gold in a centenario. I wanted to be more disciplined than a 1 ounce gold stacker. I guess I should go. I got things to do. That's it. That is it. Thousandaire Radio. Wicked job.